Another day, another Madden video. Welcome back to Patriots franchise, everyone. We have the playoff picture now. This is a big situation. We're the 6th seed. Colts are the 1 seed. Cameron's the 2 seed. He is praying for an Eagles loss. You know what? And I'm going to hope for it on his behalf, too. We have a storyline with a team meeting. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Let's talk about our game plan for the Raiders. What is a weakness we can exploit? Hopefully it's a defensive weakness. We can run on their defense. Antonio Gibson is back this week. I also see Kyle Lane up there in the front too. How are we going to measure success? We're not even going to guarantee that Antonio Gibson's going to be the starter this game. Scouting focus players. Do I know anything about any of these guys? I guess. All right, well. I guess here's what I'm going to do. Because I know so much about... Wait, why wouldn't it let me... Scouting focus players. Choose focus players. Oh, they changed the controls. Okay, cool. Sick. Well, I guess I'm going to do that because I don't know anything about the players anyway. Weekly strategy. This is an easy one to deal with. Offensively, we definitely have an interesting situation to take care of with Antonio Gibson and company. But my current mindset is that it should be good overall for the team. So I have hope. Looking at the injury report. We're feeling nicey. I promise I won't start that again. Upgrade players. Who do we got? Kyle Lane with another skill point. So now I get to make the decisions regarding my depth chart. I think here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make Kyle Lane the starter, but I'm going to make Antonio Gibson the 3rd down back. I think that is the smart idea. Because, I mean, quite simply, the way that I look at it, he's earned it. I have no reason to not give him a shot. We get to go up against the 3-8 Raiders. I know we had a little bit of a highlight for them going into the game, but if I'm being honest, wasn't really paying too much attention to it. As you may have foreseen, Kyle Lane, the starter here for us today. I have Antonio Gibson in as the 3rd down back. I don't know what downs he's going to be in on. For the way that I see it, Kyle Lane is the hot hand, and I'm playing the hot hand. Or maybe I'll rotate it around. Who knows, but would be willing to bet that a majority of carries do end up going to Kyle Lane. And it simply is what it is. I mean, I would find it a pretty difficult task to tell me that it would be better to start Antonio Gibson, a guy who has missed numerous games over the last this season and last season. I simply cannot subscribe to that idea. I don't know exactly how I'm going to handle it yet. I mean, Obviously, Antonio Gibson will... Ideally, Antonio Gibson will remain... He will see carries, but he is certainly not the #1 back that I originally thought was going to be my dominant player for this season. But he gets a touchdown in his return. That's all good for me. I do truthfully hope to balance the backfield, though. Try to get, like, I don't know, give me like 60-40 Kyle Lane to Antonio Gibson. That's totally not a late hit out of bounds. So the Raiders have an X-Factor quarterback. I hope we get one of those in real life. I am a Raiders fan, for those of you who do not know. And Brock Bowers is not in bounds when he catches that. We're going to get the ball back. All right. We're going to take this out. I don't know where the run after catch was for that play. We're going to try running it and seeing what we can get. And I mean, Kyle Lane, he's just a tone setter. What can I say? He's everything I designed him to be. We put him in weekly training for so long to reap the benefits of this. And we knew the days of Antonio Gibson being our lead guy. We knew that was going to end eventually. I'm not crazy about that fumble, if I'm being honest. But we knew that Antonio Gibson wasn't going to be our savior forever. And it sucks to kind of turn our back on him, but it's just definitely... It's a tough situation for him, for sure. That's a good disruption from Jelani Tavai. Six yards on the first play. We got a stinger for one of our offensive linemen. That was our right tackle. Both tackles currently not in the game. Currently operating with Caden Wallace and Walker Little in a tackle. All right, after the 2-minute warning, we have a second down. And the wide open Tyquan Thornton to get us into enemy territory. I think Demario Douglas is more open than he was. See, now these are the downs that I'd like to see Antonio Gibson in. On the plays where I can get the ball out receiving-wise, I do think he still provides value, and he's definitely one of the better players on the team. I think this team is the best running back, and that spin move, I've missed that. We're going to call a timeout. We're going to take off with May. Give us our points. All right. They ran out the clock going into half. Figure you don't need to see that. I went ahead and did reinforce the idea of inside run. Did defend against the short pass. I believe those would be the best courses of action for us, as Devontae Adams makes a massive play. All right. Good deal. That's a nice stop on first down. With Jackson Powers Johnson going down. Not going to complain about that for our sake. Caleb Farley, that's got to be an interception from you, bud. That's an interception for you and you only. As Christian Barmore gets a sack, good deal for us. They're going to kick a long field goal. They probably got this. Yeah, they definitely got that. All right. I'm seeing Antonio Gibson in a lot more than I'm seeing Kyle Lane, and I'm trying to understand why. Okay. I'm getting the split backfield that I... You can't make that shit up, dude. What a terrible fucking route, why don't you? We've played pretty not awesome quarterback-wise. Yeah, that was definitely a disappointing interception. I thought, okay. But I mean, for right now, I am a big fan of our defensive lineup. I think we have something good figured out. And my only real concern is on offense. But this game on offense, especially when we play Cameron next week, it is largely going to be a game revolving around running. I want to see if there's a way that I can have X Factor active on both of my running backs. That would be really cool if I can. But, I mean, as you can see, Kyle Lane is currently our only healthy running back. I'm gonna get this out to Javon Baker. Juke back across. Oh my god. I thought we had a touchdown there. When I juked left and saw green grass, nobody, I was like, please don't be somebody behind me. Kyle Lane goes over 100 yards in the day. We're going to go ahead and try a play action here. That's one you got to hold on to, DeMario. This is the same thing with my one wide receiver in Hawaii Dynasty. Like, turn around. Go to the ball. Why are you not playing the ball? And then at the other side of it, it's like, why am I not able to throw over that quarterback's corner's head? I hate that I was there, but jumped it too early. Good hit from Christian Gonzalez. That was a great throw right to the seam. Trey Tucker's in a beautiful spot there. And they are trying to get down the field and score quickly. Marte Mapu just not wanting to seal away the game there, I guess. I don't know what else you want to call that. We're using a lot of time before the 2-minute warning. That would have been a brutal sack to take. Clock stays stopped. I saw the pick in my head. I saw it. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. They have to get a touchdown. They are... Oh, they're doing a normal kickoff. What? I only need a first down. And that is what we love to see from Kai Lane. It's such an emotional decision for me. It's not really a logistical one. I want to give the job back to Antonio Gibson, but it's just, I mean, I don't know what to say. Kai Lane has quite literally come into the spot and stolen his job. Like, that is a fact. When we have this 4th and inches, and you know what, Kai Lane, on behalf of you and your new position, I'll let you be the one to do the honors of getting this 4th and inches converted. You thought he wasn't going to convert it. Guess what? I didn't think he was going to initially either. But guess what? That is the difference for us with Kai Lane versus Antonio Gibson. Kai Lane has been reliable. I'm going to eat all these words next week when I play Cameron and he fumbles and I get pissed. But Kai Lane has been everything we needed Antonio Gibson to be. I am quite simply okay with what I've been getting. GG Raiders. I don't know who our player of the game is going to be. This was an interesting game. Drake May, not an awesome game. Kai Lane, good game. Antonio Gibson, solid. I mean, is there somebody on defense that could get it? Christian Barmore is going to be your player of the game. Let's see if I can... Let me see if I can find, like, a highlight for Christian Barmore, I guess. Yeah, field general, I guess. I mean, it's kind of hard for your accuracy to go up. You're a very high overall player. Mike Onwenu. And then Tyquan Thornton. Good set of upgrades. I mean, I'm going to continue rocking the carousel of Antonio Gibson. He's probably going to be pissed. Like I said, I think he's in a position where he's going to be traded. What do you mean? Kai Lane did great. Who's my long-term injury? It's just unfucking believable. I just can't fucking believe that shit. Well, we get to play Cameron next week. I'll see you next week. Take it easy. Peace.